Hello, testing, testing. Hello, hello. Bam. Hello, thanks for waiting. Good morning, or afternoon, evening, wherever you are. How's it going? We are going to be continuing with React development because my job uses it and I don't know how it works. Hi Pembu, hi Threeve, hello. Oh yeah, I'm also doing a collab with Threeve tomorrow. Very exciting. It's going to be the 2 idiots, 1 keyboard thing, just like with Circuit Breaker 2. I'm trying to resize this screen so that it fits. Okay, shall we do a review of what we did last time? Last week we basically started this tic-tac-toe tutorial on the React main website. Let's see if I even remember what this code does. I think we were learning about states and props. Okay, what does this do? Okay, so for context, we can put X's on the tic-tac-toe board now. Okay, what does this code do? Let me zoom in. So we import useState from React, okay. We have a square component that takes in the props value and on square click, which is the function that determines what happens when it's clicked. This component returns a button, which value is the value. Usually it's like nothing or the X right now that's being passed in. On square click is the function that runs when it's clicked. Okay. Now here's the board. The board has a state called squares that you can set with set squares. By default, it's a 3x3 array. Wait, no, not 3x3. It's just a array with 9 elements with null. We have a function handle click. When you click on, that's what we pass into the onClick with every square, right? So when, let's say like the 0th square is clicked, we duplicate the squares array with .slice, and then we set that specific index to an X, and then we set squares to this new board. Yeah. 3' says, is this real chat? Yeah, it is real chat. Why do you ask? Is it because I'm white now? Wait, I thought you've seen me in my white form. Or is it because I mentioned I have a twin brother? Who knows which one it might be. Okay, and then the board component returns a invisible div, I forgot what this was called, and then 3 divs, so they are all on new rows, and then 3 squares each on each row, and the props we pass in the value on that specific square stored in squares, and then the specific function that handles what happens when it's clicked is handle click with its index passed in. Yeah. Says, good job. This is the first time I see this model and hear of your twin brother. Oh. Never mind then. I misremembered. Yeah, I have a new model now. This is actually my first VTuber model before the black one. Yeah, I had another model before this channel actually, and then I brought my old model to this channel basically. Okay, I think I understand what the code is doing currently. Let's continue with the tutorial. I think we're at the part of declaring a winner. Wait, no, not declaring a winner. Taking turns, right? Taking turns. So right now we can only put X's in the board, which is no fun. We want to be able to do like X's and O's. It's now time to fix a major defect in this tic-tac-toe game. The O's cannot be marked on the board. You'll set the first move to be X by default. Let's keep track of this by adding another piece of state to the board component. So the state is called X is next, set X is next. you state true. All right, so this is in the board. Makes sense. Const x is next, and then set x is next. What is this going to be by default? Is it just true? You state true because x is next. We'll use x first by default. Okay, makes sense. So what happens when we handle a click on square I? If x is next, then you set that square to x, else you set to 0, and then you flip set x is next to the opposite of what the current x is. Okay, makes sense. Where's the button click? Oh, here. So on the handle click on the ith square, if x is next, then next squares I is equal to x, like we have currently. And then else, you set it to O. Else, set this whole shtick to O. And then you set squares. Am I missing anything? Set x is next. Oh, right, we have to flip. Set x is next is, we set it to not x is next. Okay. The reef says having true in there sets it to true as true by default. Yep. Think that's what. Yeah, I think that's what it does. You state true. Okay. Now as you click on different squares, they will alternate between x and O as they should. But wait, there's a problem. Try clicking on the same square multiple times. Okay. Yes, we can alternate now, but if we click on... Yeah, they override, don't they? That's a unfair game of tic-tac-toe. The x is overridden by O. While this would add a very interesting twist to the game, we're going to stick to the original rules for now. So what do you do about that? If squares I, return. So basically, if the current square index has a non-null value, I think that's what it's saying, like a non-true value. If it is a truthy value, then you just return and don't do anything on the click immediately. Yeah. Marisa. Hello. Marisa says, hello, sorry that I'm late. Email came just now. Oh, no worries. No need to apologize. Hello, how you doing? I'm still so paranoid if I'm saying your name right. Marisa. If it is a value in that element of the array, then it returns. But hello, how you doing? I'm making a tic-tac-toe game, by the way. Wow, very simple. Yeah, I'm just starting to learn React. I'm getting pretty excited, actually. I found out that there's like libraries that you can use to make 3D graphics in browsers, like Three.js. And you can even integrate it with React, like Three.js Fiber, something like that, the React version of it. So I'm pretty excited. I want to try new things. I want to make like 3D websites. Yeah, I think it'll be fun. But, you know, baby steps first. I still need to learn basic React first. Right, what we're doing. So if the current square is a non-null value, if squares I is a non-null value, then you return immediately. Don't do anything. Refresh this. X. So if I click on this O right now, it shouldn't change to an X. Click. Okay, we did it. Haha. Very cool. Okay. Declaring a winner. Non-name is fine. Doesn't really matter too much. If you really want to learn how to say it correctly, I can probably put a OneDrive together for it. If you want, actually. I know you already sent me like a pronunciation guide. Didn't you say that there was like, it's not completely the same though? Hold on.
Marissa.
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 Marissa. Marissa. It's almost like a Japanese R. Oh, I don't know if that's important. As long as the S is sharp, should be good. I'm actually not sure. What is a sharp S versus a not sharp S? Is it like a long S? Marissa. The name is actually Spanish. Oh, interesting. Spanish name from a German resident, I think. Marissa. Okay. Now that the players can take turns, you'll want to show when the game is won, and there are no more turns to make. To do this, you'll add a helper function called calculate winner. Let's see. Don't worry too much about how calculate winner. Wait, don't worry too much about the calculate winner function. It's not specific to React. I'm very tempted to just copy all this because it's not React specific, allegedly. I think I've read through this. What it essentially does is that if the 0th square, the 1st square, and the 2nd square are the same, then it's a win. Likewise, if the 3rd, 4th, and 5th square are the same, then it's a win. These are the horizontal wins. I think these are the vertical wins. And these are the diagonal wins, aren't they? Excuse me. And this for loop is basically iterating through and checking if any combination of these positions are the same, and if they're the same, they win. Okay, I'll straight up just copy this. I don't want to type this all out. I'm not gonna get too much out of it anyways. So I'll probably just shove this at the end. Where should I shove this? Here. Okay. Where the letters get used if you want. I can send you some examples where the letters get used if you want. Oh. Sure, go ahead. I am open to that. Yeah, I haven't really heard of the distinction of the sharp S versus normal S. So, yeah, go ahead. You will call calculate winner squares in the board component's handle click function to check if a player has won. You can perform this check at the same time if you check a user has clicked a square. Okay, so on handle click, if squares I is already, if the ith square already has something or calculate winner, then you return immediately. Okay. Okay. Or calculate winner. What are we passing to the squares? Squares. Then you stop immediately. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. I see. So once someone has won, then you stop accepting any submissions. Ooh. Okay. To let players know when the game is over, you can display text such as winner X or winner O. Okay. So this function returns the winner, right? Returns squares A. Yeah, okay. So in the actual board component, we're going to calculate the winner let status equal okay, so when status is the text that's displayed on the top, and then you put that text in a div. Okay, I see. So down in the board where we actually render it, where's the board component? Board component, where are you? Oh, right before the return. Okay. So to determine the winner, we do constant winner is equal to calculate winner squares. And if the winner, if there is a winner, I guess, do we return null if there's no winner? Yeah, we would return null. So if winner is a non-null value, we have a text called status. Let status equal nothing for now. If we have a winner, then what do? I'll just type any win message. Do they support string templates in here? Winner has won, yay. And then else, do they just keep playing message? Next player is x dot is next. All right, I just copy this. Next player. I see, you can do this in JavaScript too. Very cool. Should be send now. Oh, interesting. Okay, I'm reading Discord, by the way. There you go. For translation, the words are street, measure, foot. Oh, so these are all examples of the sharp S.
Straße. Maß. Gruß. Fuß.
Fuß.
Beißen. Straße. Maß. Gruß. Fuß.
Fuß. Okay, audio file broken on my side for some reason. Oh no, I can hear it. So the American S is like, right?
Beißen.
Bison. Bison. Bison.
Straße.
Wait. I should totally just watch a YouTube video on. What's the difference between what's that? How do you type that character? Sharp S and American S. The special letter. One day you'll get it, trust me. No advertisement. Good luck with React, you can do it. I've been learning it myself little by little. Oh, thanks, ground level.
Zusammen sind SZ. S und Z zusammen sind SZ.
Set.
Learn German with Anja. Anja, that's me, and I welcome you to another lesson. Today we are going to talk
Anja.
about a special letter in German, another special letter.
Anja
So on one
Haseo.
side we have the Umlaute, where I made a video about this here, so you can check that out.
This is the pronunciation part.
So first of all, the pronunciation. It's just like a normal S. No problem, right? So let's have a look at some example words in German. For example, Spaß. Spaß. This means fun.
Spaß. Spaß.
So just like an S. Can you hear it? Spaß.
Spaß.
Yeah, that's all. And then another word, for example, is heiß.
Heiß. Heiß.
Heiß. This means
Heiß.
hot. Heiß. Can you hear it? S. Just like a normal S.
Spice.
And then when do we use it? Well, usually we use it after long vowels. So what we just
What are the comments saying? Spice. Wait, it literally sounds like the same S to me, like the American S.
just had, Spaß. It's not A, it's A. Spaß. Alright? So it's a long vowel. Another
Long
example
vowel.
is the word groß. Groß. This means big. So you don't say groß, you say groß. The vowel is long. And after it,
Wait, is this always the rule? The vowel but before the long S is long?
the SZ follows. Alright? And we also use the SZ after diphthongs. Diphthongs are two vowels together. So for example, what we had before is heiß, or what you learn in
Maybe this is a... Wait, it still sounds like the same S to me, like the American S. In German, ChatGPT help me. In German and American S. Is used to represent the SS sound in certain contexts. And the S sound in American English can be a bit different in how it is pronounced and written. Okay, a voiceless S sounds like, I don't know how to say that, Fuß. It's similar to the SS sound. SS, where regular S is used in all cases. How to pronounce SS sound in English? Voiceless. Snake, see, or pass. Pass, glass, kiss, hiss, see. Unlike a voice sound like Z, the S sound is pure hissing air. The glass on the grower. Okay, so it's the S sound. Okay. What's the difference between SS sound and S? Exactly like the regular S sound. Well, ChatGPT says it's exactly the same as the SS sound, but I don't think that's right. Also, where did my window go? Oh. Oh, wait. Man, I just closed my code window. No. Come back. Okay, React tic-tac-toe. Oh. No, I actually closed my incognito window. So there's no history to get it back. Oh boy. Alright, time to set up the windows again. No. Okay. If I click this fork, is it gonna save? Is it gonna bring me back to the original window? Oh. Oh. Did it do it? I think it did. Never mind, I don't think it did. Oh, rip code. Oh, no. I'm sure it's saved somewhere. I just need to sign in. Sign in with Google. Chet Spinny Eyes. Wait. Okay. And then hopefully it should saved all my drafts. 8 minutes ago. Hey, there we go. Cool. Okay, we back. Man, I'm still not sure how to pronounce German S. It sounds exactly the same. Maybe because I never spoke German, but no showing the password. Oh, don't worry. It didn't show the password. Yeah. It just dots.
Marissa.
Marissa. I think I'll just try to copy the pronunciation here.
Marissa.
Marissa. Marissa. Marissa. Sa. Sa.
Marissa.
Marissa. Marissa.
Marissa.
Marissa. Marissa. Let me know if that's fine. Still not sure how to pronounce the S. It sounds the same in German and in English to me. Maybe because I only speak English mostly. Okay, so we're back here. Okay, let's print out our when statement, yeah? Okay, so we have a div. And we're going to print out a status, right? Status over here. And another div here. X is 1, yay. Cool. Did they put any special declaring a winner? Did they add any special classes to the div? Class name is equal to status. What does that do? Class name is equal to status. Yeah, wait, what did that do? The class name. What if I just cut this out? Oh wait, that's the wrong move. Oh, it added a margin underneath, didn't it? Yeah, it added a margin underneath. Okay. I mean, we can check with styles.css too. What did it add underneath? Status, margin bottom is 10px. Yeah, that's exactly what it did. Okay. So that's the winner. Now we're adding time travel. Should I do this part? I'm a bit less enthusiastic about this part because it's like, yeah, I already got the tic-tac-toe game. And I'm kind of read through. Yeah. Yeah, our tic-tac-toe game works. Hey. Whoop. Oh, is one, yay. Cool. Should we do the time travel part? It's where you save every single move as checkpoints and you can go back to any move in the past. It feels a bit extraneous for me, you know? And I kind of read through the tutorial. It's kind of involved. Pembu says, do it so you can say you actually completed the tutorial. You know what? Sure, I'll do it. If you mutated the squares array, implementing time travel would be difficult. Yeah. Right, so we sliced all the arrays instead of manipulating squares directly, so we have a record of everything. You'll store the past squares array in another array called history, which you'll store in a new state variable. The history array will represent all board states. Okay, lifting state up again. Okay, so now we have a new component called board, and our game, wait, no, what is this? We're adding a game component. The board component already exists. Game board, div. Okay. Wait, what do we already have? We already have a board component. So we're wrapping it in a game component, huh? So board is now here, and then we're exporting game as the default function. Okay, sure. So let's see. Board is no longer the default thing that we're exporting from this, so it's not the main thing that app.js is grabbing anymore. We're adding a game function, which goes underneath. Okay, so export default. Let's add a game function here. Cannot assign to read-only property message of object. Export default game. Oh, it's a function which has nothing in it currently. Return div class is equal to game board. They already put all these CSS stuff in for us. Should I just copy this? Nice. Okay. Pembu says, yes, reading through this section, it introduces this concept of using JSX as values and also keys on list items. Important stuff. Oh, okay. Maybe I should take it more seriously then. Here we go. Okay, so our default component in app.js is now game. It returns a div called game, a class name called another div with class game board. We put the board here, and then another div with the game info, which is like an ordered list. I think that's going to display on the side or something. What are all the CSS for this? Game board, game info, game, display flex direction is row. So I'm assuming the two divs inside of it are placed side to side now. Game info margin left is 20 pixels. Okay, so we separated 20 pixels from the game. What about game board? Game board, where's game board? Huh, where did game board go? Game board. Game board. There is no game board. Okay, so I guess it's just a label. Okay. Display flex direction row. Okay, stuff makes sense then. Note that you're removing the export default keyword before the function board. This tells the index.js file to use the game component as the top-level component instead of your board component. The additional divs returned by the game component are for making room for the game information you'll add to the board later. Yep, we saw that. So in the game, we're going to add, we're going to move our components, not component, we're going to move our states here. So X is next, and then the entire history is going to be moved here. Okay. So we're going to snipe x.next from here. And then we're going to move it here. And then our history, constant history, and then set history is equal to use state. And it's going to be an array of boards, right? So let's copy array 9 fill null from here. Wait, let me type this out. Array 9 dot fill null. Is that how you do it in JavaScript? Okay. Cool. array 9.fill is an array with a single item, which itself is an array of 9 nulls. And then current squares is just history.length minus 1. Yeah, makes sense. The most recent history. The most recent board in list of histories. So const current squares is equal to history with history.length minus 1. Okay. Next, create a handle play function that will be called by the board component to update the game. Pass is next current squares and handle play as props to the board component. Okay. So now we have a function handle game. I misspelled function. Oh, it's called handle play. And then we pass all the props into board. All these states into board. Okay. Squares. Okay, squares on play. Okay. X is next is equal to X is next. History is equal to the history. I don't need commas, do I? That's just a quirk of JSX and HTML. And then on play is equal to handle play. Oh, semicolon, I mean brackets. Yeah, no commas, huh? Squares on play. Did I name everything right? I don't think I did. Oh, we're not passing in the entire history. Just the squares is current squares. Cool. And then we'll have to update our board to take in these things, right? Board now has new parameters called X is next, the squares, and the on play. X is next, squares on play. Okay. So we can remove all these stuff here now, don't we? By the way, it says type error cannot assign to read-only property message of object. X is next has already been declared. So we remove this. Yeah. And then on handle click, we call on play next squares. Okay. What exactly do we replace this with? These things, huh? Setting the squares, set X is next. Oh, I see. What's the specific reasoning that we're doing the onPlay function here? Is it because we're modifying the props and we don't have access to like the functions that modify these, maybe? The OX539 says that's an odd sequence of instructions. Write this, now remove what you wrote. Yeah, I kind of get that feeling too. They're kind of like I'll explain later mode, you know? On play. Or is it because I'm not reading I'm not reading more carefully. They really don't explain, do they? Create a handle play function inside the game component that will be called by the board component to update the game. Yeah, but they aren't really saying the reason why we're like replacing it. Like, why can't we do it directly instead of calling a function? My guess is that we're supposed to handle the states, right? We're supposed to modify x is next and squares the history too. Maybe it's because we can't have direct access to x is next here. It's okay, we can play with it later and figure out ourselves. The handle play, oh, here. The board component is fully controlled by the props passed to it by the game component. Pembu says, accepting on play allows you to keep certain state outside of the component, which is beneficial if you have action/state that's not related to the component. Oh, okay, so we're modifying the history. Oh, okay. So now we can modify the history state without passing it in directly. I see, that makes sense. Yeah, because we don't really do anything with history besides updating it, right? I mean, that's still doing something with it, but it's not like it's not like it's as important as the current squares, right? Marisa says chat is literally gonna change history. In this way, board is mostly just a display component that doesn't need to know about history or game flow. Okay. Wait, where do the setters come from in the new configuration? Says Ux539. These setters come from in this new configuration? Oh, I should probably scroll down. It's here. Game. Yeah, we define all the states here in the game. Yeah, it's kind of confusing to me too. I'm hoping they'll explain it later. You need to implement the handle play function in the game component to get the game working again. What should handle play do when called? Remember the board used to call set squares, and it updates squares. Yes. The handle play function needs to update the game state to trigger a re-render, but you don't have set squares function that you can call anymore. You're now using the history state variable to store this information. You'll want to update history by appending the updated squares array as a new history entry. You also want to toggle x is next just as board used to. Okay, so handle play is basically like a portal to access like states that we didn't directly pass down. Okay. Yeah, okay, so this function is like, yeah, basically just a portal to handle, like a bridge to get access to the states that we did not directly pass down because they weren't like directly useful or something. Okay. Sounds good. So in handle play here, which we passed into the other component, we set the history and set x is next. Okay. So handle play takes in the next squares, the updated squares, and then we update the history by calling set history. How do we do this? I think we can do an unwrap operation like this. History, the current history, and then next squares. I think that's how you do it. And then we set x is next equal to not the current x is next. I think that's how it works. No, cannot read properties of undefined. Did we not pass in the right thing? on play, yeah, okay. We need to pass in next squares. Yay, the game works again, woo! Heck yes. X is 1, yay. Showing the past moves. Okay, yeah. Pembu says that's one way of looking at it, sure, though it's better to think of it as an event handler where board doesn't care what goes on in the handler. Board doesn't care what goes on in the handler. It's better to think of it as an event handler. Handle click. Where board doesn't care what goes on in the handler. Okay, why didn't we stuff all of this inside of onPlay though then? Wait. If squares I or calculate winner, return. We copy the squares, we set. I guess I have no complaints doing this in board completely. This is more like you're passing it on to the main entity that's controlling the game, I guess, on play next squares. You're like, okay, I've handled everything I need to handle locally. And then you're like, okay, the main entity that's controlling the game, here's what I have. Do your stuff, I guess. Code Event says, hello, I thought you were done with the tic-tac-toe. No, I wasn't. I was halfway done last time. We're almost done, though. We're almost done. Pembu says, put more concretely, board doesn't care what goes on in onPlay. It could play a sound or destroy the world for all it cares. Board doesn't care what goes on onPlay. Okay, I guess I see that way of thinking. Board handle click. Okay, yeah. I think I see it. Like, board is only handling, like, quote-unquote, the board. So once it does everything it needs to handle just for the board, and then it onPlay is like, it calls onPlay and it's like, okay, I'm done with everything I need to do. Whoever is next, I've done this, do your own stuff, I guess. Do this when the next move has been played. This message out of context is really bad. Oh, the destroying the world thing. Yeah, hopefully we don't destroy the world. Showing the past moves. Since you are recording the tic-tac-toe game's history, you can now display a list of past moves to the player. Okay. Jump to next move. Okay, what is this? Maybe I should read this. Okay, yes, we already have a history of everything. You'll use a map to transform your history and display a list of buttons to jump to the past moves. Oh, I see. Jump to is what we pass into the button here on click. Okay, constant moves is equal to history.map. His squares, comma, move. I see. Is this the index? I think for map operations, the second thing is the index in JavaScript, right? Okay. So let description, if the move is greater than 0, description is equal to go to move number move, else the description is go to game start. Yeah, so move is the index, isn't it? That's very vaguely named. I wish they would just call it index. And then for every move, for every squares, you return a button whose onClick is equal to jump to the move, which is the index. Next move is the index. Okay. Okay. And then the ordered list, you would put in moves. Pambu says the second parameter of the map callback is the index. Yes. Okay. Ooh, I'm gonna have to keep looking back and forth. I'm not too familiar with syntax like this. This is in game, isn't it? Okay. Game, the main game logic. Okay, here we go. So we have function. What did they call it? Jump to. Jump to. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna call it the index. It's easier for me. Jump to index, which we will not define yet. And then for every single board in the history, history.map, which takes in squares, and the index, squares index, which maps to this lambda. And what is an array? Code with Venn, and what is an array? Array index is the position of the value in the array. Oh, yeah. Oh, I see you're explaining it to someone else. Yeah. An array is like a list. A index is like the number of the thing in the list. Like this is a list. This is the 0th index, 1th index, 2nd index, 3rd index. Yeah. Okay, what did we want to do here? We wanted to make it into a button. Oh wait, we also wanted a description for the button, right? So let button text is equal to nothing, I guess, right now. So if the index is greater than 0, which means it's not the first button, then button text is equal to skip to, is this how you do string templates? Skip to move index, and then else button text is equal to go to first move or go to start, and then you make a new button, right? How do they make the new button? Return a list. Wait, what is this? What does li stand for? List item, okay. Button on click, jump to move, description button. Okay, makes total sense. So at the end here, you return, we make a list item, cannot assign to read-only property, expected JSX closing tag for list type. And in the list element, we have a button. And what does the button have? It has, I need to peek again. All right, the on-click, we set to jump to. So lambda that calls jump to with the index. And then the description, right? The button text. Oh, they already had some empty text for me. That's fine. Cool. And then in the order list, we put in our moves. Which I did not name, did I? Constant. Let's call this checkpoints. Equal to that. I'm gonna name things in a way that makes more sense to me. And in the order list, we put in our checkpoints. Oh no. We put in the unclick directly. Oh. The unclick should be inside the first, whatever you call this. I forgot what these are called. Inside the first button opening thing. Yeah, let's go. Ho, ho, ho. We have a memory checkpoint thing going on. I don't think jump 2 does anything currently though. Yeah, jump 2 doesn't do anything. That's pretty cool. We have a list of what happens, I guess. Note that you should see an error in the developer tools console that says warning, each child in the array or iterator should have a unique key prop. Check the render method of game. When you render a list, React stores some information about each rendered list item. When you update a list, React needs to determine what has changed. You could have added, removed, rearranged, or updated list items. Let's say you did that from that. So you need to specify a key property for each list item to differentiate each list item from its siblings. When a list is re-rendered, React takes each list item's key and searches the previous list item for a matching key. If the current list is a key that didn't exist before, React creates a new component. I see. So for lists, it uses the key to decide which elements to destroy and create, huh? Okay, so that's what the keys are used for. We are having 4D tic-tac-toe now. So what happens if you don't use the keys? Does it I don't know, does it just destroy everything and then recreate everything? If no key is specified, React will report an error and use the array index. It uses the array index as the key by default. Using the array index as a key is problematic when trying to reorder list items or inserting / removing list items. Yeah, I can see how that's problematic. Explicitly, some stuff will incorrectly not update, will they? Explicitly passing key I silences the error but has the same problems. Okay. So for the key, what are we gonna do? Move? They're literally passing in the index. You can add the key li key is equals move. If you reload the rendered game, React's key error should disappear. Wait, they just said don't use the index. Explicitly passing key I silences the error. Is this okay, just doing the index? I mean, it's not like we're only adding stuff in this game, right? We're not removing stuff or inserting stuff. So it should be fine, right, in this case, where it's a more simpler thing. Okay, button on click. So the key will set to move. Move, oh wait, I called it index. Because it's actually the index. Console. All right, what happened? Did it actually produce some errors when? Yeah, each child in the list should have a unique key prop. Button key is equal to index unique key prop. Wait, it is key index. Oh, in the list, huh? In the list. Yeah, in the list element. Okay, nice. Now it doesn't complain. Pembu says it's okay in that if you have nothing better to use, it's fine. Okay. Yeah, we definitely aren't inserting in between or deleting in between either, so we're just adding. We're not going to change what each index is, so I guess it's fine. The OX539 says Angular's new version of loops makes specifying a key mandatory, and it's very annoying because we often don't have a better key than the object identity. It makes it so that you can't write a tool to migrate from ng4 to at4 the way I did with nglf and if. Right. I have no idea what those libraries are. Or tools. I guess Angular specific. Okay, I feel it. We're at the home stretch, boys. Before you can implement jump2, you need the game component to keep track of which step the user is currently viewing. To do this, define a new state variable called current move. I don't like how they keep doing current. I don't like how they call it move. It's very confusing. Like what is move? It could be interpreted like, okay, is it whose move is it? Is it 0? Is it O's turn? X's turn? I don't know. I think index or history index makes more sense to me. Current move, set current move equals state 0. Yeah, I'll call it history index or something. Constant history index. Set history index is equal to use state and 0 by default. Sure. And then when you jump to the next move, set current move to the next move, and then set x's next move. They're manually calculating whose move it is. Okay. So when you jump to the next move, set history index equal to the index, and then they're manually calculating whose move it is. So I'll just paste that there. Pembu says history index is descriptive enough. Thank you for validating my decision. Now you will make 2 changes to the game's handle play function, which is called when you click on a square. So what do we do when we click on a square now? Next history is equal to history.slice 0, current move plus 1. Current move plus 1. Basically the current history, right? And then the next squares. Oh, wait. So in this way, you can override history. You can go back in time and keep playing. Yeah. Set history, next history. And then you set the history as the next history. Oh, that's some big brain stuff. Set current move. Wow. So that's how you can go back in time and then start playing from there. Let me copy this line. This line is like big brain. Set history, next history. Okay. Handle play. So now history. Whoop. Now the next history is equal to all the history from 0 to the current move plus 1. Wait, so if the current move is 0, then you go 0 to 0, which is nothing. Current move is 1, then you go... Current move is 1, then you go 0 to 2. Oh, is it because slice is non-inclusive? Slice is non-inclusive, isn't it? 0 through 0 to 1, essentially, and then the next squares. Oh. So 0 up to me currently, plus the next squares. Okay. So you set history equal to the next history. Set current move, next history, dot length minus 1. Set current move. Wait. What's the current move? Oh, history index. I named it myself. Set history index is equal to next history dot length minus 1. Set history index is equal to next history dot length minus 1. I think that's how you do it. Oh, it's a function. Parentheses. Current move is not defined. No, current move. Oh, history index. Kind of shot myself in the foot there. Wow, that's some big brain stuff. This is the last step, isn't it? Wait, I want to review this thing. Hold on. This is some big brain stuff. So on handle play, what do we do? Next history is equal to the start of history up to me, right? We do plus 1 because its slice is apparently non-inclusive. So we get all the current history up to me, and then we append our next board. And then we set history to the next history. And then we set the current history index to the current next history dot length minus 1. So we could have used history index plus 1 here. I think that would have made more sense to me. We could have done this, right? History index plus 1. Yeah, and then set x is next, not x is next. Bam, bam, bam. I just realized my music stopped. There we go. If we want to go to move 2. Uh-oh. Next move is not defined. Next move. Is it history index or index? Oh, index. That is not good. Uh-oh. Wait. History index. Oh, wait. Because we time travel, right? next history dot length minus 1. It's not always, oh, so this is not always me plus 1. This is the new history dot length. Yeah. So if I'm on move number 4, it's not, the next state is not always like 5 or something. We could have gone backwards. I think that's the issue. No! Hold on. Why is it not working still? Handle play. No! Oh, wait. Finally, you modify the game component to render the... Oh, wait, I didn't do this. Current squares is equal to history current move. God damn. I was missing this line. So we set the current squares to the current history, basically. Okay. To the current history index. We'll put this above here so we can access it. So if we click move number 2, we should have 2 things. Let's go! Let's go! It worked. Wow, look, we can time travel back. Like, oh. O1, time travel, I'm Dio. And my music just stopped again. Time travel, block. And O is like, oh, X1 will time travel. O1. Very cool. Hey, we finished the tic-tac-toe tutorial. Let's go. That's very cool. X is 1. Oh, X is 1? I don't think so. Oh, I don't think so. Put O there. Hey. We finished the tutorial. This seems strangely like a lot of code for tic-tac-toe, but I guess everything has its usage. Maybe I should review this another time someday. Yeah. Maybe we should do a speed run, make tic-tac-toe with React for a future stream so I can completely internalize everything. Like, I understand the code, but I like need to internalize it. Like, understand it through and through. There's no status text for a tie. Ooh, should we add one? Yeah, we could totally add one. Where do we declare? Okay, here. If winner, calculate winner. Else, if there's no winner, right? So if there's no winner, and this is the board, right? Do we have the squares? We have the squares here. So if everything in the squares is not null, if everything in the squares is not null, and there's no winner, then it's a tie. How do we do that? How do we declare if everything... ChatGPT, help me, please. JavaScript, how to tell if everything in array is not null. Array.prototype.every, array.every element is not equal to... Ooh, there's an every method. Okay. If squares.every, we're going to do Square is not equal to null, then the status, then we'll say it's a tie. SMH is a tie. Hopefully this works. No, it didn't work. Why didn't it work? If array.every element not equal to null. Oh. The else statement. Because it sets the next player no matter what, right? Yeah, SMH, it's a tie. Let's go. SMH, it's a tie. Hell yes. This every function is useful. I should probably write down what I learned today, right? What did we learn today? Let me get out my notebook. Yes, I still use a notebook. I'm pretty old school. Okay, what did we learn today? .every is very useful. This thing. So we can do like a list .every, and we pass in like a Boolean lambda inside. Boolean lambda let me turn my music back on. I think it stopped because my wireless earbuds ran out of battery, so even I can't hear anything. Connect, please. Nice. Okay. Value on square click. Handle click. We learned how to raise the states up to a higher component for it to control, I guess. Should I be doing this in the React page or in a whole nother page? I think I'm gonna make a whole new page just for JavaScript. So we can do a list dot every, and then we add a Boolean lambda. I'm not actually sure what I should write down. These are all very general stuff. This is useful. Array9.fill. Fill array number dot fill. Where the number is its initial size. Slicing is non-inclusive. List.slice mapping. Oh yeah, the index with the mapping. You can do .map with lambda. And then the second element is the index. On click, game. These are all fine, I think. Yeah. Okay. Otherwise, it's some basic React stuff. Pembu says there's also a similar method called sum that checks if any of the elements match. Oh, sum? If any of the elements match? What about the sum method? Checks if at least one of the element. Oh, so we could have checked if one of the element is null. Oh, that may have been more efficient because it'll stop before it reaches the end sometimes, right? Oh, interesting. Also, with sum, I'm just writing this down. So we can do sum if some of the elements are equal to null or equal to null. S is equal to null. Oh wait, then it's a tie all the time. No, I don't want that. Yeah, okay, this is the right behavior. Yeah, if at any time there's a null, then it's a tie. That's not what we want. Okay. Yeah, this has been pretty cool. I think I'll stop here for today. We made tic-tac-toe, woo! That's pretty cool. Alright, I'll see you guys next time then. I'm trying to decide what to do for the next stream. Should I review this next stream? Or should I do something new? I think I might review this in my own time, maybe, and then try some new React stuff next time. I've been eyeing some, you know, Three.js. I've been eyeing some 3D graphics with JavaScript. I think that looks really interesting. We could probably incorporate it with React somehow too. Alright, thanks for coming everyone. Thanks Pembu. Thanks the OX539. What is OX539? Can I Google this? What is this a hex for something? Is it a color? Is it a number? What does it represent other than a number? Oh, it's an ASCII. Letter S with a comma below. Okay. Alright, I think I'm gonna go today. We finally finished the tic-tac-toe thing. What a accomplishment. We have 5D chess. Next thing we are getting is 5D tic-tac-toe. Wait, that might be a... Ooh, I'm not sure about 5D tic-tac-toe. Maybe 3D tic-tac-toe next time? Okay, no promises. I'll have to work out 3D graphics. Actually, even before that, I'll have to learn 3D graphics in a web browser. But once I learn that, maybe many streams down the line I can attempt 3D tic-tac-toe. That will be fun. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, future stream idea. 3D tic-tac-toe, huh? Definitely not next stream though, not next stream. I don't have the skills yet to do that. I should write that down. 3D tic-tac-toe. Oh. .3D tic-tac-toe. Yeah. I'm not sure about 4D or 5D though. My Wi-Fi was just so bad, I was about 30 minutes back in time. Alright, I'm gonna go guys. Thanks everyone for coming. Thanks Marisa. Bye. See you next week. Or actually tomorrow, I'm doing something at 3 tomorrow. Bye. Thanks, Pambu. Thanks, Marisa. Bye, OX539. I still don't know why your name is OX539.